was Wilburn and Wilburn, father and son, finishing up the program for us this Monday morning. But Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, we'll be back at it tomorrow morning a little after 6. So join us and tell your friends and neighbors they're missing out by not being attuned to the morning wake-up call. Now we got all the latest news coming your way from our networks, state, national, and from around the corner with our Call Around News report.
NCN News. I'm Mike Riley. Security's being increased at GOP offices around North Carolina after someone threw a bottle filled with a flammable liquid into the Orange County Republican Party headquarters. CBS's Hannah Daniels reports that Donald Trump is blaming Hillary Clinton and the Democrats for it.
Offering no evidence, Donald Trump pinned Saturday night's firebomb attack of the Republican Party headquarters in Hillsborough to Hillary Clinton and her supporters, tweeting, quote, "Animals representing Clinton and Dems in North Carolina just firebombed the office because we are winning." Clinton also took to Twitter, calling the incident horrific and unacceptable.
As floodwaters start to recede in eastern North Carolina, many residents in Lenoir County still can't get to their homes. Emergency officials say 3 people have died there in Hurricane Matthew-related accidents. Resident Teresa Edwards tells WITN News.
I'm just in shock right now. I'm just amazed at how things have happened around here.
A nonprofit organization remembers flooding of storms past and is working to use those experiences now to rebound from Hurricane Matthew. Billy Tarleton was sent to Grifton for recovery efforts from Hurricane Floyd 17 years ago. He started Grifton Mission Ministries soon after Floyd.
We helped rebuild their homes, and a lot of them still tell me to this day that they'll never forget, what was done back during that time.
While eastern North Carolina deals with massive floods, the western part of the state is falling deeper and deeper into drought. The U.S. Drought Monitor says all or parts of 7 counties in the far west is in severe drought. The offensive to retake the Iraqi city of Mosul back from Islamic State fighters is underway this morning. Sky News' Stuart Ramsey.
It's been a pretty intense day so far, a lot of fighting, but the Peshmerga say that they are making progress.
You're listening to NCN News.
Want an easy way to get recruiting news for the Wolfpack, Tar Heels, Blue Devils, and Deacons? ACCSports.com's recruiting section allows you to follow each school's progress on the recruiting trail for both football and basketball. You'll find the latest rumors, rankings, and projections for every team at ACCSports.com. You can even sign up for alerts so you never miss any recruiting news. See how your favorite school is doing right now. Just click on recruiting at ACCSports.com. The Big Tailgate Tour, driven by Continental Tire, is on the move again.
This week we're at Elon as the Phoenix hosts their homecoming game against the Richmond Spiders. We'll be located by the Allen White Bell Tower. Come by, talk football, and take a turn at the Continental Tire Toss for a chance to win free tires.
Register for a free 1-year subscription to the ACC Sports Journal and pick up free koozies, mini footballs, t-shirts, and more from Continental Tire and Smithfield's Chicken and Barbecue. This week's Continental Tire Dealer of the Week is Wilson Tire Pros and Automotive of Elon. Continental Tire reminds you to drive with care to the game or anywhere this week.
Starting this week, the Raleigh Police Department will begin testing body-worn cameras. Police Chief Cassandra Duck Brown says,
"Why not now, I guess is really the question that we have to ask. We have had the opportunity to go before our council many months ago, much earlier in the year, to look at what that technology would look like here in Raleigh. And being one of the major cities, we do believe that the time is now."
Allegations of sexual misconduct against Donald Trump continue to roll his campaign.
Vice President Joe Biden tells NBC's Meet the Press that the 2005 tape on which Donald Trump brags about what he can do to women was all he needed to know about Trump's behavior.
In his own words, I don't have to even go to the accusers.
Trump's running mate, Mike Pence, on Fox News Sunday, questions the allegations made against Trump shortly after he apologized for what he said on the tape.
The timing of these unsubstantiated claims that have come forward, all of which Donald Trump has categorically denied, is, I think, deeply troubling.
Pence also says he and Trump will abide by the results of the November election. I'm Tim McGuire.
A traditionally Republican state could go blue in next month's presidential election.
While Clinton and Trump are focusing their efforts on about 10 states, Arizona, which has gone Republican 9 of the last 10 presidential elections, could be within Clinton's reach. Congressman Ruben Gallego points to Trump's comments on immigration and other issues that don't sit well with moderate Republicans in the state and others.
We have an increasing Latino vote and minority vote in general that's not going to stand for this type of rhetoric that comes out of his mouth.
Bill Clinton was the last Democrat to win the state 20 years ago. Bernie Sanders and Chelsea Clinton will make several appearances on Clinton's behalf this week. Jerry Bodlander, Phoenix.
Mike Rayleigh.
24/7 WCAB is serving the foothills of the Carolinas. Learn more about us at www.wcab59.com. From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Tanks and gunfire in northern Iraq. Iraqi and coalition forces moving in on the city of Mosul. When they drive ISIS fighters out, that'll mean ISIS will no longer have any sort of foothold in Iraq. ABC's Alex Marquardt is alongside Iraqi Kurdish Peshmerga forces.
You have those 30,000 forces backed up by the American troops inside Mosul. You only have an estimated 6,000 ISIS forces. So the question now is whether they will see this as an all-out battle to defend the city, or whether they will essentially cut and run and give up on Iraq and then cross the border and head back into Syria, where they still occupy a large swath of territory.
The search goes on in the U.S. for whoever torched a GOP headquarters in Hillsborough, North Carolina.
Spray painted on a building, a swastika, and the message, Nazi Republicans, leave town or else. Next door, Orange County Republican headquarters was seriously burned.
Molotov cocktail, bomb, some sort of device went in. This is a horrific act of political terrorism.
Dallas Woodhouse, head of the North Carolina Republicans, he says nobody was hurt in the incident in Hillsborough, and they'll continue their work.
We will not be intimidated, we will not be cowed, and we will not be scared. We are not going anywhere.
Brian Clark, ABC News.
Latest ABC News Washington Post poll shows Hillary Clinton 4 points ahead of Donald Trump among registered voters. How badly does Samsung want customers to turn in their fire-hazardy Galaxy Note 7 phones? Badly enough to dispatch employees to the most traveled airports so people can turn in their phones personally. A number of phones have caught fire, including one that led to the evacuation of a Southwest Airlines flight in Louisville. Scary clown mask fear has gotten so bad, Target has pulled those kinds of masks from store shelves. Says they won't sell them for Halloween this year. You're listening to ABC News.
Here's a special message for those of you who owe the IRS at least $10,000 or more in back taxes. The IRS has special programs in place that could eliminate or reduce your tax debt by thousands of dollars. Call the tax helpline that's been set up to help you. 800-208-3310. Stop the wage garnishments, levies, and tax liens now. Once you've qualified and enrolled, the IRS will stop all the collection activities against you. These unique programs have been allocated to help the economy and significantly reduce or eliminate your tax burden. The IRS is currently accepting reduced settlements and other favorable programs. You may qualify for substantial savings, so get the help you need. If you owe more than $10,000 in taxes, call for free information and to see if you qualify. Take down the number now for the Tax Mediation Hotline, 800-208-3310. That's 800-208-3310. 800-208-3310.
Republican political strategists not connected to Donald Trump's campaign are suggesting only an epic collapse by Democratic rival Hillary Clinton at this point would keep her from winning enough states to take the White House in November. They say she has a firm grip on the 270 Electoral College votes needed to win. Donald Trump has been saying and tweeting that the entire election is rigged against him. WikiLeaks says founder Julian Assange has had no internet access. It has been cut by what's being called an unidentified actor. More retail stores are taking a stand. They want their employees to enjoy time with their families at Thanksgiving.
It was becoming a new Thanksgiving tradition. Stuff yourself at dinner, then work it off with a trip to the mall and pre-Black Friday sales. But more stores are deciding it just isn't worth it. Recently, a whole chain of malls, CBL Properties, said it wouldn't open on Turkey Day. Fountain Wallet's Brent Shelton says one reason is Black Friday is spreading out.
It used to be on Friday, and now they're starting online on Wednesday. So it's very spread spread out, goes through the weekend. Even Cyber Monday is now starting on Sunday.
Another reason more of us are shopping online on retail apps that you can use anytime, anywhere. Daria Albinger, ABC News.
Nothing like a little mother-daughter time behind bars. Police in Monroe County, Florida, locked up mom and daughter in the same jail. Daughter Shannon Carroll was there first. Mom Nadine accused of trying to sneak a synthetic opioid into her cell. This is ABC News.
Ugly.
Fat.
Big eyes.
Dweeb. Useless.
Things that should never be said.
Shut it down. We are all beautiful.
We are strong. We are powerful.
Be loud. Be proud.
We have the power to put an end to bullying.
So go ahead, be you.
Be bold. Be different.
Be inspired.
Choose to stand up against bullies. Choose to be brave. Choose kindness.
Choose kindness.
This could be the year for you to get that Massey Ferguson you've been wanting. Stop by today and see what Massey Ferguson and Phil Sheehan at North Carolina Tractor Supply have for you. Check to see if you qualify for 0% financing. Today could be your day at North Carolina Tractor Supply, Railroad Avenue, Rutherford.
We may start the day with some fog or low clouds in spots early on. Otherwise, we'll have lots of sunshine to kick off the week with a few fair weather clouds here and there. It'll be unseasonably warm with a southwesterly breeze. Our highs reaching about 78 to 83. Looks mainly clear tonight and mild. There's a small chance of some fog late with lows in the upper 50s to low 60s. Tuesday should be sunny, a little bit warmer and a bit humid. Highs tomorrow 81 to 86. I'm meteorologist Mike Moss in the Weather Center.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Monday. This is the 17th of October, 2016, and it's 6 minutes after 7. Our current temperature is mighty nice out there. Clear skies, big full moon, and it's going to be that way pretty much the rest of the week. The first chance we see of any scattered showers looks like Thursday night, and that's a 30% chance, 40% on Friday and Friday night, 20% Saturday, and then it goes away again to mostly clear skies. All this week, highs around 82 to 84 and dropping back to about 57 at nighttime. That's where we are right now, 56 degrees currently. Wind gusting today about 13 miles per hour, so we'll have a little bit of that to deal with. But other than that, a beautiful day here in the neighborhood, and it's another great getting up morning on this marvelous Monday. We're being kind to Grace Jones of Spindale. Grace turns 91 or 39 for the 52nd time. So happy birthday to Grace Jones. If you know her, congratulate her because she's now the newest member of the WCAB Be Kind to Hall of Fame. Now I have this death announcement. Sandra Williams Edwards, age 71 of Mill Spring, passed away Saturday at her residence. A funeral service will be conducted at 11 o'clock Wednesday, October the 19th at Pleasant Grove Baptist Church with Reverend Ray McGalliard officiating. Burial will follow in the church cemetery. The family will receive friends from 6 until 8 o'clock Tuesday at the funeral home. That's Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Services. They've been entrusted with the arrangements for Sandra Williams Edwards of Mill Spring. That's the only death announcement we have this morning in-house. You can get the complete information on this one or any others that may come in today at 11:35 and then again at 5:10 as part of the afternoon report here on WCAB in Rutherford. Catch you up to date on scores from Friday night and Saturday. If you missed all of those, on Friday evening, Thomas Jefferson beat up on Community School of Davidson 61-14. That was our broadcast game of the week. Thomas Jefferson had homecoming that night as well, 61-14. RS Central lost to Kings Mountain 35-7, and East Rutherford lost to Valdez Drawn 35-14. Shelby beat Burns 35-7. On Saturday, the Tar Heels came out ahead, beating Miami 20-13. And then on Sunday, the Panthers lost a good one. Saints 41, Panthers 38. It was almost theirs for the taking. But there toward the very last, it lost. The Saints 41, Panthers 38. Tonight on our sports schedule, it'll be Fast Talk at 7 o'clock. We'll be talking about NASCAR. There was a big race yesterday over the weekend. Not in our category, but there was a race. And then Panther Talk at 8:05, and they'll talk about that game and talk about what happened and what they'll do different next time. A couple of heads up on some things. A dinner invitation with Wycliffe Associates. Wycliffe, I guess it is. Monday, October the 24th at 7 o'clock. Speaker will be Grace Fabian, missionary stateswoman, author of Outrageous Grace. The Bible translator makes ultimate sacrifice. And this, of course, is going to be at the Carolina Event and Conference Center on Hudlow Road. You're welcome to come and invite friends to this complimentary dinner. If you want to make reservations, you can call Faith Fussberg at 828-287-8085 or email wcvosburgh@bellsouth.net by today, if possible. And that, of course, coming up on Monday, October the 24th. There'll be a dinner invitation from the Wycliffe Bible translators. You're invited to be a part of that. We have special guests coming in this morning during the 8 o'clock hour. Of course, we'll be doing the job market report. And Coach Sam Weish will be my guest at 8:15 today.
Okay, on August 30th, Hillary Clinton was required to answer more questions, this time under oath. A federal judge ordered her to answer written questions about the homebrew server she set up in her Chappaqua estate to avoid scrutiny. She was asked 25 questions by Judicial Watch. She and her legal team objected to 18 of them. She also filed objections about the whole process that required her to answer questions in the first place. She's above that, don't you know? Well, of the questions that she did answer, at least 21 times she said, "I don't recall," or some variation of it. She didn't recall consulting with anybody before using a private system. She didn't recall sending memos under her name. She didn't recall being advised that using a private email account was directly in conflict with federal rules. It was, according to Hillary, for purposes of convenience. For the Clintons, obeying the law is always too inconvenient, it seems. And there was the biggie. Hillary didn't recall giving the order to have emails in her private server destroyed. She just didn't recall that. We're supposed to believe that somebody else with more authority than Hillary ordered those emails destroyed on her server at her house. Even if we give her the benefit of the doubt, we still have an unresolved question. What is the reason for her failing memory? What's the root cause? Was it the concussion she suffered dodging sniper fire? Is she suffering from dementia? I mean, look, folks, the public has a right to know, do we not?
Investments in securities involves the risk of loss. The following is a far too common tale of investing in annuities. A successful couple invested a large portion of their savings in annuities, thinking they were a safe way to guarantee a dependable income stream no matter what the market did. But it didn't take long for them to regret their decision. They were locked into low returns, faced potential tax consequences, and that they couldn't get out of their annuities without paying huge penalties. They were stuck, and so was their money. Suddenly, their retirement hopes and dreams were in danger. But it didn't have to happen to them, and it doesn't have to happen to you. You can avoid the annuity trap. Here's one way. Get the free report, Annuity Insights, your guide to better understanding annuities, by calling 1-800-375-9991. Written by Forbes columnist and money manager Ken Fisher's firm. This powerful report could help save you from major financial heartache, and it's offered today for free. If you have an annuity or are considering one, claim your free annuities guide today. Hurry, free copies are limited. Call now. 1-800-375-9991. 1-800-375-9991.
This is Gilbert Carmona, and I'm here to tell you that Gilbert Talks Taxes is back on the air October 29th at 8 a.m. And you better listen because, as we all know, taxation with representation has not been such a good idea either.
Here's what our customers think about McCurry Deck Chevrolet Buick GMC.
I love my McCurry Deck Buick.
I love my McCurry Deck Chevrolet.
We love our McCurry Deck GMC. We guarantee you'll love McCurry Deck Chevrolet Buick GMC for a city.
I am definitely a McCurry Deck customer for life.
I love the price and the McCurry Deck Customer for Life Rewards program. It gives you up to $3,000 or more in rewards.
Take the easy drive to savings. McCurry Deck for a city. Discover the rewards of being a customer for life.
Well, Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supplies just across the road here from WCAB is always able to help people with their supplies for deer hunting. Deer apples are here. Deer corn's available, $7 for a 50-pound bag. And they all, they also have a lot of special prices on food for your favorite pets, like dogs. Special dog food, $11.99, 40-pound bag. They also have black oil sunflower seed, bird feeding, and Wrangler sweet feed, $7.49 for a 50-pound bag. Why don't you check with Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supplies and find out why more and more customers are recognizing that indeed they are Friend. Farmer's Friend Feed Seed and Supply. They're open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30, Saturday 7:30 to 2, and they're located 188 Whiteside Road in Rutherfordton. Check out their beautiful mums they have out there.
There are those people who maintain the United States is an imperialist nation, desiring to take over other countries. Although that's a highly debatable contention, we did do such a thing back in 1845. Although the strong-minded Texans had fought Mexico to be independent, they really didn't want to be on their own. They wanted to be a part of the United States. So on October 13, 1845, a majority of the Texans approved a proposed constitution that, when accepted by Congress, would make Texas a state. Before this, although many Americans were willing to have Texas as a state, Congress refused. It seems Northern abolitionists opposed it, claiming that Texas was controlled by pro-slave Southerners. Then in 1844, James Polk was elected president. Part of his platform was the annexation of Texas. It was widely seen as a mandate from the people that Texas should become a state. However, before Polk took office, President Tyler persuaded Congress to pass a resolution calling for annexation. Polk signed legislation making Texas an American state. Everyone wasn't happy about Texas becoming the 28th state. The Mexican minister had warned the U.S. that his nation considered annexation an act of war. The Mexican minister left the United States, and within a year, we were at war with Mexico. It's very interesting to note that Texas, being an independent republic and not a territory, was able to avoid a demand made on other western states that a significant part of the state be given over as National Forest or BLM federal lands. You've just heard another story from Chronicle of the Old West. I'm Dakota Livesay.
16 past 7 o'clock on this Monday morning, and we're ready to get off going here with the phone, with phones calling around the county to find out what's been happening over the weekend. And to get us started is Corporal Atkins with the Sheriff's Department. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Doing great, thanks. What's on the report from the weekend?
The past 48 hours, Sheriff's officers answered 209 calls, had 19 arrests, currently have 202 in the county jail. On the arrest reports, we have Adam McGinnis, arrested for possession of methamphetamine, currently under a $20,000 secure bond. Kelly Sanders was arrested for injury to real property, currently under a $1,500 unsecured bond. Ronald Dale Connor was arrested for felony larceny, possession of stolen goods, and driving while license revoked, currently under an $11,000 secure bond. Tiffany Sayer was arrested for maintaining place for controlled substance, manufacturing Schedule 4, possession with intent to manufacture, sell, and deliver, Schedule 4. It's currently under a $50,000 unsecured bond. Timothy Ives was arrested for breaking into a motor vehicle, larceny after, and larceny of a motor vehicle. Ellis Rodriguez was arrested for failure to appear on a misdemeanor, currently under an $800 secure bond. Daniel La Paza was arrested for failure to appear on a misdemeanor, currently under a $100 secure bond. And a Lee Watson was arrested for misdemeanor larceny, and looks like there's no bond listed on that one. On the incident reports, a Desi Bush reported a larceny of a tag. Lori Vickers reported a breaker and enter felony and a felony larceny. Looks like that was Ledford Road in Ellenborough. And the American Legion Post on Baltimore Road reported a damaged property. Looks like somebody knocked off their mailbox. And that's all I got for you this morning, Jim.
Corporal Atkins, we do appreciate the report, and be safe out there today.
Thank you, sir.
See you now. That's the Sheriff's Report this morning, 19 past 7.
RS Express on Railroad Avenue should be the only stop you'll need. The RS Express inspection station can get you back on the road and keep you legal. RS Express station has 2 lanes to get you in and out in no time. They also carry wiper blades, and they'll rotate your tires. Complete car care all together. RS Speedy Lube. RS Service includes transmission flush, RS car wash, and RS inspection. Count on Chris and his team to take care of your car needs. Railroad Avenue, Ruth.
Here's Joseph now with a report from 911 Communications Center. Joseph, how you doing this morning?
Doing great, Todd. How about yourself?
Good. What's on the report?
All right. In the past 48 hours, Rutherford County Sheriff's Office 911 Communications has processed 760 911 calls and administrative calls, which consisted of 71 from Mercy Medical Services, 16 from Rescue. As far as law enforcement, 209 in the Sheriff's Office, 110 for Forest City, 31 for Lake Lure, 49 for Rutherfordton, and 150 for Spindale. Fire calls, we have Primary Fire Department of Rutherford, Industrial Fire Alarm, and Spindale Industrial Fire Alarm, or Residential Fire Alarm, apologize. And that's all we have for today, Todd.
Thanks for the report. We'll see you next time.
All right.
My name's Bishop, Jim Bishop. 20 minutes after 7 o'clock this morning, and I'm so glad to have folks like Miracle-Ear as part of our family of advertisers here on the Morning Report. Miracle-Ear is a company that has over 70 years of worldwide service. It's an American-made product, and Lisa Terry is the hearing specialist locally, and she's helping a lot of your friends and a lot of my friends with their hearing. If you're noticing symptoms from someone you love, it may be time to turn to Miracle-Ear. Lisa is a licensed hearing instrument specialist. She loves her patients, and the patients love her. They love the way she deals with them. She has a real desire to help you if you think you might have a hearing loss. You may not need an instrument, and if you don't, you never will be forced to buy one. You'll never be forced into something you don't want to do. But if you'll take that free hearing test, find out more and more what's happening, it might be the step in the right direction to get better hearing. Remember, a hearing loss is more noticeable than a hearing instrument. Call Lisa today at 447-7716 and find out about the miracle in Miracle-Ear. Here's Ruby Taylor now with a report for us from Danieltown SDO Fire District. Good morning, Ruby.
Good morning.
What's on your report from the weekend?
Well, the fire department didn't have any calls. And on my birthday calendar, I've got Chad Walker, Estelle Honeycutt, Wayne Towery, and Blakeney Oliver having birthdays today, and hope these people have a nice day. And the signs are in the neck today and tomorrow. And, Jim, that's all I've got.
Thanks, Ruby. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Rutherford Regional Health System has announced the addition of 3 physicians to its medical staff. Miles Arteman, MD, is now providing inpatient psychiatric services at Rutherford Regional Medical Center. A.J. Grine, MD, is a pediatrician with Rutherford Children's Care, and Thomas Bowling, MD, has joined Rutherford Surgical Associates. All have begun work and are seeing patients. Appointments with Dr. Grine can be made through Rutherford Children's Care at 828-287-9325. And appointments with Dr. Bowling can be made by calling Rutherford Surgical Associates at 828-286-1743. Both also see patients at Polk Medical Specialist, Rutherford Regional Health System office in Columbus, located at 45 East Mill Street.
If you've always wanted a truck, go to Sisk Family Ford and get the hottest selling truck on the market today. Sisk Family Ford is one of the best new and used car dealers between Asheville, Spartanburg, and Charlotte. They carry new Ford cars, new Ford trucks, SUVs. In addition to their vast inventory, Sisk Family Ford is a one-stop dealer for Ford service, Ford parts, Ford accessories, including Ford maintenance plans and warranties. Compare the rates and service and see for yourself. Sisk Family Ford, their goal is simple. They want to be the best Ford dealer in North Carolina. Come see them today. You'll be glad you did. Sisk Family Ford, 565 Oak Street, Forest City.
Now at 24 past 7, we're heading to the mountains. Get to Lake Lure, Rumbling Ball area, talk with Steve. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Jim. It's still dark outside.
It is, isn't it?
I'll have to check and see when the time changes. I don't know exactly. Probably it's got to be pretty soon.
Yeah. I forgot what that is too.
Yeah, I have to look at my calendar. I don't. But nevertheless, I'm sure it's getting soon. But anyway, it's 56 degrees. So it's just kind of mild outside, actually. It's going to be a mild week, it looks like they got. Maybe we'll have some pretty good golfing business. We sure had a big weekend, 3 weddings and just a bunch of people over here, and the worst thing that happened was somebody bruised their knee. So that worked out well for us and for all involved, except for that one person with a bruised knee. But it's been we've been having some bad luck on our football team, haven't we, with the Panthers?
Yeah, they just having a tough time this year.
Yeah, they are. The Super Bowl post blahs. A lot of teams go. Yeah, they go south afterwards. I think we lost several good players though in the veteran draft, whatever they call it. I know we lost a good DB and some other folks. So,
that one worked out to the wire, I believe, yesterday, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It did. At least Kim is a good dresser after the.
He's got a lot on his mind right now.
I'm trying to think of something positive to say about him, but nevertheless, we'll try to get past it. What can I say? At least we got college football. There's some teams doing some well around here. So what can I say?
November the 6th is the date. We go back, change our time. November the 6th.
November 6th. Okay.
Daylight savings time ends.
That's just about a few days before the election, then.
It is. They need all the light they can get.
You got that right. Oh, it's ugly right now. It's the worst I've ever seen it. But hang on for the ride.
Hang on for the ride. It'll soon be over.
I'm telling you.
We'll either be shouting or crying, one of the ways.
I'm telling you. Oh, Lord.
All righty. Well, I hope you have a good Monday.
Okay, same to you.
Is your moon full up there like it is down here?
It is just as full as yours, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's great.
Round.
Yep. lot of cheese on that moon, isn't there?
I'm telling you.
Steve, have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye. That's Rumbling Ball reporter Steve there at the Gatehouse. And I don't know about you, but Christmas candy always is great. But some of us, like you and me, probably like to get Christmas candy early in order to start sampling to make sure it's going to be okay for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Well, Washburn Store's got theirs in already, and that's the best place I know of. It's always fresh. They never keep it stored back there in a hot room and bring it back. It's always fresh. It's coming in now. They got your favorite, my favorite. Go by Washburn Store and go ahead and get some and have it available. And if you get more than you think you might need, just drop it off by here at 191 Whiteside Road, Rutherford, and we'll take care of that for you. But they do have great candy. Washburn Store, along with some other things like that, good Wisconsin cheese, always good, always good. Roll bologna, I like that where they slice it off for you. They got a lot of things going for them up there, and we're proud to have them right here in our county. That's Washburn Store between Bostic and Sunshine, there on the Bostic Sunshine Highway. And we're going over to Bob Hodge's residence and talk with him about the Hudlow Volunteer Fire District weekend. Bob, good morning.
Well, good morning.
How you doing today?
Oh, doing good for Monday morning.
Yes, it is another one, isn't it?
Well, looks like it's going to be late summer weather here the next few days instead of the middle of fall here.
Well, isn't that something?
You know, I was looking. They said temperatures, some of them out the western states, would get up close to 100 this week. So
wow.
That's something for last of October here, just about it. So
looks like 84 on Wednesday for us is going to be our highest this week, but that's still pretty warm for this time of year.
Yes, it is. That's still warm for October, but it'll cool off here. Look like by the weekend it'll get back down to normal there. But we need some rain bad, but don't look like too much of a change this week. So about Thursday or Friday might get some, but we need it pretty bad. It's getting awful dry.
Yes, it is.
Some of the western counties in the severe drought, I think, territory there. So a lot of us need that rain. And Jim, up here with the fire department, we answered one medical call during the night, so didn't have any fire wreck calls over the weekend, so that's good. And things are running along pretty good up here this morning. Maybe it'll stay that way, and I hope you have a good day.
Thanks, Bob. I hope you do too, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. This morning, during the 8 o'clock hour, it's going to be a busy hour. A little after 8 o'clock, we'll check with Terry Thomas with some job opportunities where the jobs are in this area. And then Coach Sam Weiss will be my guest about 8:15. We'll talk with him about what he's interested in. And then at 8:35 this morning, Jackie Hampton, school board member, will be in to talk about her candidacy for re-election. We're continuing our interviews with the local political candidates, those who have accepted the invitation. And Ms. Hampton will be in this morning at 8:35 to tell us more about why she wants to be reelected. All that's happening 8 o'clock hour, so stick around.
Doctors have said a good night's rest is important for good health. If you're missing your rest at night, maybe it's the bed you're sleeping on. Year after year in Coast to Coast Test, more and more people are requesting Spring Air bedding, and here's why. Spring Air has been dedicated to giving you the very best in quality, comfort, and support, and it's working. That's why the Recliner Center's been selling so many of them. People who need their rest prefer Spring Air over each major competitor brand by a considerable margin. Why don't you give it a test? Stop by the Recliner Center and ask JD and Marie Shook to let you take the mattress challenge, and you too will find out why more and more people are choosing Spring Air. There are many features you'll appreciate, such as the Never Turn Advantage and the specially designed coils that help minimize motion from partner to partner. You should sleep on a Spring Air tonight and feel better tomorrow. Stop by the Recliner Center on Cooper's Gap Road in Rutherfordton and have one delivered to your bedroom today, and wake up refreshed in the morning.
Grace Jones is our Be Kind To person of the day. She's 39 for the 52nd time. Lives in Spindale. She's our honoree today on the Be Kind To calendar. Now let's head toward Cherry Mountain Fire District and check in with Sue Price. Sue, good morning.
Good morning, Jim.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. Hope you are.
I am indeed.
Have a good weekend.
I had a busy one. Sure did. Something going on. As a matter of fact, something going on about every night last week. I don't think I had one night at home without having to go somewhere. But part of it was fun. Part of it was just routine.
Yeah. Well, that's good to keep
How about you?
busy.
Did you have a good one?
We did. We had a good weekend. We had a good time Friday night at the Fall Festival, and then, Thursday night, Fall Festival at Sunshine, and then Friday night, the benefit for Amy went well. Had a good supper and good singing with the Crusaders, so that was good. And last night we went over to Sandy Level. It was Old Friends Quartet. They were from Candler. They were good. First time I'd heard them. Well, let's see. I've got 53 degrees this morning. I believe I'm a little cooler than you, but don't have any birthdays or anniversaries on my calendar. Fairview has birthdays for Kara McCurry and Lisa Hudson. So I hope they'll have a good day today. And First Sprout doesn't have anything for today. And in my announcements, In His Presence, we'll be singing tonight at Chuck's Pizza, starting at 5:30. Fiddlers and Bluegrass Convention coming up at Ellenboro School on Saturday, November 19th. So mark your calendars. Everybody always enjoys that good bluegrass convention over there. And so far, that's the only announcements I have, Jim. It's just quiet over this way. I haven't had anything come in yet. I'm sure all the churches are planning stuff, but I hadn't had any calls. So just quiet and calm, looking for a good day, and I hope you'll have one.
Thanks very much, Sue. And sure you have a good day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Sue Price reporting in this morning out of the Cherry Mountain Fire District. You know, I'm learning more and more folks are recognizing how important it is to shop local, shop with home folks. And people in this part of the South, I think, love to do business with home folks. Folks that grew up here, invested in their business here, raised their children here. Folks that live close by and will take care of you after the sale. I think that's some of the reasons Southern Carpet has done so well over the years. In addition to offering quality material and workmanships, since 1993, Gerald and Lynn Tony set out to be the best they can be in the carpet and floor covering business, and it shows. Above board in all transactions, give an honest and fair deal. They brought their son Clayton into the business with the same work ethic. Work hard, treat people fair, sell good merchandise. That's the success behind Southern Carpet and Floor Covering in Forest City on 1512 West Main Street. Check with them when you get ready to have your floors looking better. That phone number is 245-0310. Southern Carpet. Brenda Kelly is up next. She's in the upstate part of Union Mills with the Kelly Report. Good morning, Miss Brenda.
Good morning. How are you on this magnificent Monday?
It certainly is.
Yeah, beautiful moon outside, wasn't it?
It really is beautiful. Clear skies. I don't think there was a cloud in the sky this morning.
Pretty, yeah.
I just stood out there and howled for a long time before I ever got in the car.
You're crazy. So you had a busy weekend, huh? Or a busy week, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a busy week. Busy weekend. We sang last night over in Lawndale.
Oh, well, good. Did you have a good crowd?
Sure did. Had a good crowd.
Well, good. That's good. Well,
had a good time over there.
That's good.
Got sideswiped on the way home. My car got sideswiped.
Did it?
Yep. Some kind of truck. It wasn't an 18-wheeler. Some kind of big box truck or something. I don't know what he must have had hanging out there or something. But he sort of crossed the center line. I was in my side of the road. He crossed the center line, and whatever he had caught my side view mirror.
Yeah.
Knocked the mirror out. The holder, the frame is intact. It didn't knock it loose from the car, but it broke the mirror.
Wow.
And it was just hanging loose, and it got a hole in the back of it. So I don't know what he had, but whatever he had, he was close enough. It just scraped my side view mirror.
Well, did he stop?
No, he didn't.
Did you get his tag number?
I couldn't. It was
too dark.
Yeah, too dark, and he was moving on, and. But anyway, I'll just have to go get it fixed. I'm just glad it didn't hit me head on.
I'm telling you, we just don't never know what's going to happen when, and it happened in a split second.
Exactly right.
That's right. Well, I hate to hear that.
Well, I'm just thankful that we didn't get hit. Todd had been doing the morning show this morning.
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad you didn't either.
So I'll just.
And I'm sure Miss Faye's glad you didn't get hit head on.
Yeah. Dad was in the car with me, and I know he's glad we didn't get hit head on.
Yeah. I bet he said, "Oh my goodness."
Yeah. So, what's that?
Well, I'm glad it wasn't any worse than it was.
No other part of the car was scratched. Nothing.
Just the mirror.
Just the mirror, and it didn't even break it.
Weird.
It didn't even break it loose from the frame of the car. It just broke the mirror itself. Knocked it out of it.
Well.
So I don't know. Maybe I can go to the junkyard and find me another one.
There you go. Or you can just jack that car up and put a new one under it.
What's
Did
that?
you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
No comment.
That's about time, isn't it? That's about time.
No. Drive them as long as they run good, and ain't nothing wrong with them. Ain't no need to buy a new one if you don't need to.
Yeah, that's my thinking.
I've always been like that. Well, let's see. I've got 52 degrees on the front porch this morning. Birthdays today. We've got Allison Harris and Heather Bagg. I don't have any on Round Hill or Macedonia, so we hope these people have a great old big day on their special day. And then ways of announcements, we got a fall bazaar October the 22nd beside Green Hill Store. It starts at 8 a.m. They'll have crafts and homemade baked goods sponsored by the WMU of Piney Knob Baptist Church. And then we've got a country breakfast buffet Saturday, October the 22nd from 7 to 10 a.m. This is at the White House Community Center on Painters Gap Road in Union Mills. Adults is $6. Children 6 to 12 is $3. Under 6 eat free. And then at the White House Community Center on Saturday, October the 22nd at 7 p.m., they're going to have a movie, Secondhand Lines. So come and enjoy a movie on a huge indoor screen inside the clubhouse, free admission and popcorn. Then on October the 26th at 6:30 p.m., we're going to have trunk or treat at Macedonia Baptist Church. We was going to do it on the Sunday before Halloween, but we don't have services on the 5th Sunday, so we're going to do it on Wednesday night of the 26th. And then this Saturday on the 22nd, starting at 1 and going to 5 p.m., we're going to have our fall festival at Macedonia. And other than that, I don't have nothing.
Thank you, Brenda.
Okay, you have a good day.
You have a great day, too, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Catch you later.
Thanks. Bye-bye. That's the Kelly Report out of Union Mills. It's 39 now past 7 o'clock, and right now we have 56 degrees. The entire team at Crow's Funeral Home and Cremation Services can help you with options available. They will help you find a balance between the emotional, spiritual, and financial needs of your loved one. During this time, it's important to turn to someone you can trust and depend on. Crow's Mortuary and Crow's Mortuary and Crematory has a long history of trust and dependability. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory. That's 286-2304. Juggling a career, responsibilities at home, and caring for an aging parent can be a tough job to handle. But thank goodness for Rutherford Life Services. Rutherford Life Services may be able to help you. They offer a positive, happy environment for adults who need a little bit of extra care during the day. They have trained professionals that monitor medical needs, assist with personal care, and also plan fun activities such as crafts, music, and fitness to make their day more enjoyable and safe. Caregivers are provided with the peace of mind knowing that their loved ones are being well cared for. To learn more about Rutherford Life Care Services, call 288-1697. Again, that's 288-1697.
Save-A-Lot Grocery Store is your next stop to saving big money. You'll find loads of merchandise with incredible low prices and hundreds of name-brand items. And with clean, spacious aisles, that'll make shopping a pleasure. Take advantage of the popular Pick 5. Get 5 grocery items at a low price of only $19.99, including meat products. Save-A-Lot has a great produce section with all your favorite fruits and vegetables. Hours are Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Sundays, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's Save-A-Lot Grocery Store in the White Oak Plaza near Big Lots.
This message is for those who are tired of raking and tired of that back-breaking, arm-aching pain of raking leaves. This is for you. Ace Equipment Sales and Service has some super deals right now on blowers, on chainsaws too, and kerosene heaters. But right now they have the Husqvarna and Echo handheld blowers starting at $159, the backpack blower starting at $269. They also have available the Red Max commercial blowers, those of you in the big time business. Also log splitters, you can buy one or you can rent one from them. The Ace Equipment Sales and Service, ready for fall of the year for you. If you stop by, they'll take care of you. In the Park Lane Plaza, Rutherfordton, if you want to call them, it's 286-9781, 286-9781. They'll do all they can to help you get the right leaf blower, but I don't think that they'll come out and rake your leaves for you, but they sure will help you make it a lot easier for you. That's Ace Equipment in the Park Lane Plaza, Rutherfordton. Couldn't make contact with the Cliffside man this morning, but we have the man from Ellenboro live and in living color on the radio this morning, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Luther Sweetthing Gilligan. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. It's a good Monday morning. It's Monday. We get to go back to work. Everything's going to be better now. As long as we're working.
I'm glad to hear that.
It's always good to work. Hey, it's a good day. We had a good weekend too. It was quiet weekend. Now I went to the park. I had 3 medical calls. Other than that, they've been quiet. There's nothing going on with them. Guess we're going to have something going on next Sunday, though. Down here at Carolina United Methodist Church, they're going to be having a fall fun day there. That'll be next Sunday over there at the park on Baltimore Road. That'll be from 3 to 6 p.m. They start at 3, and they're going to serve hot dogs at 5 o'clock. So everyone's invited down there for a day of good fun and good fellowship and good hot dogs. And this year, we won't always have birthday day. Eric Bridges is having birthday day, and also Daniel Johnson's having one, and Patty Knife is having one, and Jason Honefield, he's also having a birthday day. So hope you all have a great day. Jim, you have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks, Luther. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Take care now.
Bye. That's the Ellenboro reporter Luther Gilligan, and we have time now for a birthday party for the 17th of October. If you are one of those folks celebrating today, we've cleared the phone lines for you to call those into us, and we'll give away one of Granny B's cakes. Birthdays and anniversaries, time to celebrate. Call that into us, 287-3356.
Are you tired of long lines and terrible service? The solution to both is only 5 minutes away at Spindale Drug. Let us treat you the way that you would like to be treated as we personalize our service just for you. We are located at 109 West Main Street in Spindale. And remember, with every prescription filled, you get a complimentary cup of coffee. Call us at 828-286-3746 to transfer your prescriptions today and receive $10 off each transferred prescription. Spindale Drug, now that's service.
Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood, because we're headquartered in North Carolina with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
I was talking with someone the other day about Gregory's Original Restaurant, and they said I eat there at least once a week, every week. And I thought, man, that's about what I do too, sometimes twice a week. I thought of something else too that keep in mind. If you've got a party coming up, Christmas party you're planning, you want somebody to cater that you know is going to be good for you, call Gregory's, 287-2171. They'll be glad to set up a catering job for you for the holidays, and it's time to start booking those. And Gregory's would be a great choice. Gregory's Original Restaurant, located in the Park Lane Plaza, Rutherfordton. You know, you don't have to settle for second or third best when you need a plumber. When Umstead Plumbing is just a phone call away. Since 1973, the Umstead family has been serving homeowners and builders with the best of service. Eric and Chad are continuing the family business, and I know you'll be satisfied with their prompt service. From unclogging a drain to replacing fixtures and appliances to remodeling jobs, their top quality work, fair prices, and punctual service has made them the area's leading plumbing firm. Why don't you give them a call? Locally owned and operated at 245-7302. Experience plus equipment equals excellence. Umstead Plumbing, 245-7302. Now that's getting the job done. Pettifors for your next baby shower or your next reception. They'll be good. They'll look good on the plate, and boy, are they tasty. Check with Granny B's for your next shower. Pettifors are delicious. 219 West Main Street in Spindale. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Grace Jones of Spindale. Grace is 91. As they put it, 39 for the 52nd time. So we want to wish Grace Jones a happy, happy birthday. Also celebrating is Lucille Jones of Golden Valley. And Ronnie Moss up in Sunshine is also celebrating a birthday. And Caden Harden is 10, a student at Thomas Jefferson. Caden, happy birthday. Also celebrating today is Allison Harris, Heather Bagg, Nicholas Wall, Kathy Lowry, and Brandon Whiteside. So happy birthday to all of you. Now we'll have that drawing for that cake in just a moment.
only to find it came back to life years later? How could this happen? Where was it during the intervening years? It was somewhat like a dormant volcano. After 600 years of quiet slumber, Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines irresistibly roared back to life. Scores of people lost their lives. The United States was forced to abandon a strategic military base, and property damage ran into the billions of dollars. Commenting on the incredible destruction, a research scientist observed, when a volcano was silent for many years, our people forget that it's a volcano, and they begin to treat it like a mountain. We have been challenged to know ourselves. In other words, we need to be willing to look inside and make an honest evaluation of what we see. But even then, the picture we see may not be unbiased. The psalmist David sensed his need for more help, so he prayed, "Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there is any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting." Keeping a constant vigilance on old behaviors and destructive thought patterns is imperative for successful living. We can never assume they will not erupt when we are sitting on a volcano. This is Bill Hostler with today's Key to Confident Living. Scripts of these programs are sold in book form by calling toll-free 1-888-333-KEYS.
And a big congratulations going out to Ronnie Moss up in Sunshine. He was a cake winner this morning from the drawing. Ronnie Moss, congratulations. We'll have that certificate right here for you to take over to Granny B's and enjoy that cake. Coming up just a little after 8 o'clock this morning, Terry Thomas will be to talk about jobs opportunities here in the county. Following that, we will be talking with Coach Sam Weiss. Played for the Washington Redskins, Detroit Lions, and St. Louis Cardinals. He also coached at the University of South Carolina and Indiana University, and for the San Francisco 49ers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Buffalo Bills. He's got quite a illustrious record. We'll be talking with him about 8:15 this morning. Also coached for the Bengals, led them to the Super Bowl. 8:35, Jackie Hampton scheduled to be my guest, talking about her re-election to the school board as the candidate, at-large candidate for the school board. She'll be in it this morning, 8:35, and we'll hear more about her candidacy. All that's happening in the next hour. Fun-filled, busy hour on WCAB's Morning Wake Up Call.
News. I'm Mike Riley. Hillsborough police are investigating after the Republican Party headquarters in Orange County was vandalized with graffiti and damaged with a flammable material. State Republican Party Executive Director Dallas Woodhouse says it was thrown through the front window in Hillsborough sometime on Saturday night.
There's a sign there that says Freedom Speaks, and that is where a significant Molotov cocktail, bomb, some sort of device went in.
The offensive to retake the Iraqi city of Mosul back from Islamic State fighters is underway. Sky News' Stuart Ramsey is with the Kurdish Peshmerga forces some 10 miles away.
Started very early this morning, just before dawn. We moved out in large convoys, and they pretty much went straight to it, just coming to villages and trying to clear them out. But I would say throughout, we were attacked with mortars, with small arms fire. There was a great concern of there being IEDs, vehicle-borne IEDs, but also mines as well.
Many areas are still flooded in eastern North Carolina. In Goldsboro, the damage from Hurricane Matthew is immense. People have returned home to find that they have nothing left. Home after home has been condemned. Cheyenne Clagan left her home after it was damaged by Matthew. She returned home to find her furniture ruined and several appliances looted.
I'm trying to be positive about the situation, but we don't really know what we're going to do. We don't have family here. We don't have friends there. We don't have a vehicle. You know what I mean? I don't even have shoes on my feet.
While eastern North Carolina deals with massive floods, the western part of the state is falling deeper and deeper into drought. The U.S. Drought Monitor now says all or parts of 7 counties in the far west are in severe drought. Henderson City Councilman Jeff Miller is calling for voluntary water restrictions.
If we all pitch in right now and get a little proactive about it, and we get some rain next weekend, it'll be great.
You're listening to NCN News.
I'm Jake Curtis. For more than 40 years, Siemens has called Charlotte home. With 1,600 employees at its energy hub, Siemens is manufacturing cutting-edge power generation equipment. And Siemens employees are working hard to close the skills gap as they partner with Charlotte's Central Piedmont Community College to train the next generation of skilled manufacturers. Dawn Braswell, a training manager at the Siemens Charlotte Energy Hub, talks on the manufacturing floor about the Siemens Apprenticeship Program.
Our apprenticeship program actually spans 4 years, and it includes a 2-year degree in mechatronics from our local community college, as well as on-the-job training over those 4 years.
Eric Spiegel, President and CEO of Siemens in the U.S., on why the focus on skilled workers.
We want to bring back a manufacturing boom in this country. It's going to take not only the technology and not only the software and the investment, but it's going to take people, and it's going to take people who are trained in the skills of tomorrow.
For more, go to usa.siemens.com.
In Syria, an airstrike in rebel-held eastern Aleppo has killed 14 members of one family. Over to CBS News correspondent Vicki Barker.
Emergency workers in rebel-held East Aleppo say the bodies they pulled from a bombed-out apartment building included 2 6-week-old babies and 6 other children under the age of 8. The London-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights says airstrikes in 2 rebel-held neighborhoods killed nearly 50 men, women, and children in 24 hours. Since the Syrian regime and its Russian allies say they only target militants, they would likely call these corpses collateral damage. Vicki Barker, CBS News.
So you're going to the State Fair in Raleigh, and one thing you might want to do is partake of the vast array of foods. One expert says with a little planning, you can still do that and eat healthy. Annette Frayne is a registered dietitian at Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center in Winston-Salem, says a little planning helps.
Looking through all your food options and deciding what you can share and what everyone else kind of agrees upon versus coming to terms and hitting that first food stand, whatever it happens to be that you find, overindulging there, and then remembering, oh yeah, I really enjoy another one.
She says she did try some of the healthy food ideas of the recent Dixie Classic Fair in Winston-Salem, and many people liked them. A cigar lover's dream comes true today. CBS News correspondent Deborah Rodriguez explains.
No more hiding the Cuban cigars inside socks in your luggage. Starting today, you can bring in as many as you'd like. The stogies were banned by President Kennedy in 1962, but JFK loved the intense, earthy flavor so much, an aide once claimed he sent him to Cuba to bring back a stash of 1,200 before the embargo took effect. No need to go to all that trouble anymore, though they can only be brought in and carry-on luggage for personal use, and sale in the U.S. is still prohibited. Same.
Today's hits and yesterday's memories, WCAB, Rutherfordton.
ABC News. I'm Sherry Preston. 22 days. That's what the countdown clock says until the 2016 presidential election. 3 days until the third and final debate between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. And a new ABC News Washington Post poll shows a 4-point difference between the nominees. ABC's Brad Milkey breaks it down.
The poll draws conclusions that would be debilitating to any other modern presidential candidate. Nearly 70% of Americans think Trump has made unwanted sexual advances toward women. 2/3 think he doesn't have the temperament to serve effectively, and more than half think he lost the debate. But that doesn't mean voters are changing their minds. Right now, among likely voters, it's Clinton 47, Trump 43, as Republican-leaning voters express nearly universal dislike for Hillary Clinton.
In North Carolina, they continue searching for answers following the firebombing of a Republican headquarters in Hillsborough.
Arson investigators are looking for any surveillance video that might have captured images of the person who lobbed a Molotov cocktail through the window of the GOP office northwest of Durham, North Carolina. No one was hurt. Democrat Hillary Clinton calls Saturday's arson horrific and unacceptable. Donald Trump tweeted, "Animals representing Hillary Clinton and Dems in North Carolina firebombed our office."
ABC's Jim Ryan. ABC's Alex Marquardt is on the front lines with Kurdish Peshmerga forces as the Iraqis try to drive ISIS from the northern city of Mosul.
It has calmed down a little bit. What I'm looking at from an elevated position in the hills is a flat plain, and what's another reason that it's hard to tell how it's going is that there's just a lot of smoke between the airstrikes, the artillery, and then you have ISIS burning oil and tires to create massive plumes of black smoke. It's very hazy, so it's very hard to say how the battle is going.
Samsung Galaxy Note 7 phones banned from airline flights. In fact, Samsung has started dispatching employees to airports to collect the phones before people get on board. You're listening to ABC News.
Honey, I'm really worried about our retirement funds.
Oh, me too. We lost so much value in the recession in the stock market. I'm worried we won't have enough to retire.
Jim next door told me that he had set up a new kind of IRA with the Gold Silver Group. He said how simple and safe it was. It's a private storage IRA, and we could have real gold and silver in our hands.
Really? You mean we can actually see it and touch it?
Absolutely. Jim said we could have all the benefits of an IRA to help build our retirement income. Bottom line, we would own a real tangible asset, and we would have the security of knowing we're protected no matter what the economy does. What do you think?
I think we need to find out how to get our own private storage IRA. We need to call the Gold Silver Group right now.
Are you ready to protect your future? Call 800-295-6803 now to find out how easy and safe it is to set up a private storage IRA with Gold Silver Group and find out how you can qualify for up to $700 in free silver. All transactions are privately delivered and fully insured. Please call us now. 800-295-6803. 800-295-6803.
No clues at this stage, but WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange has rattled more than a few cages in this U.S. election. Maybe that's why his internet link has been cut.
The cut comes just over 3 weeks ahead of the election. WikiLeaks says access was severed by an unidentified state actor. Assange has been holed up in the Ecuadorian embassy here in London for 4 years now, but he's been able to deliver a number of revelations, including some that have rattled Clinton's campaign. Despite the break with its founder, the group will continue to publish more disclosures.
That's ABC's Tom Rivers at the Foreign Desk in London. Police in New York City's Upper East Side are looking for an attempted baby snatcher. Police say a man walking his baby on East 72nd Street was approached by another man who said something that startled him. The man then leaned in toward the baby and tried to snatch it. This is another mom on the Upper East Side.
I am so horrified that I can't even put it into words because that is so scary and every parent's nightmare.
For many years, neighbors in northern New Jersey had reported seeing a black bear in their backyards walking upright. Some took videos of him. He became an internet sensation. They also nicknamed him Pedals. Wildlife experts thought that Pedals walked on 2 feet because his front paws had been injured some way years ago. Word came this weekend that Pedals was shot and killed by hunters during New Jersey's black bear hunting season. This is ABC News.
Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, after a stunning round one.
Hillary has experience, but it's bad experience.
Donald, I know you live in your own reality.
After a jaw-dropping round two.
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Now it's time for the final face-off.
Bring it on!
And then there was one. Wednesday night on ABC, the final presidential debate. Wednesday night, live on...
We may start
today with some fog or low clouds in spots early on. Otherwise, we'll have lots of sunshine to kick off the week with a few fair weather clouds here and there. It'll be unseasonably warm with a southwesterly breeze. Our highs reaching about 78 to 83. Looks mainly clear tonight and mild. There's a small chance of some fog late with lows in the upper 50s to low 60s. Tuesday should be sunny, a little bit warmer and a bit humid. Highs tomorrow 81 to 86. I'm meteorologist Mike Moss in the Weather Center.
Thanks very much, Mike. We are warming up to summer-like weather today and tomorrow, and by Wednesday about 84 for the daytime high, dropping back to about where we are right now for the overnight. 56 tonight, 59 Tuesday night, 57 Wednesday night, and we'll start looking for some scattered showers on Thursday night, Friday, and Friday night and Saturday, but only a slight chance, 40% chance on Friday and Friday night, 20% on Saturday. Right now it's clear as a bell. We had a beautiful full moon this morning, and we are at 56 degrees currently, on the way to a high around 82. 56 right now on this clear Monday morning. Monday mornings, we like to check in with Terry Thomas to find out where some jobs are for our market. And Terry's always shining enough to be on the radio with us on Mondays to tell us where those jobs are. Terry, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing great. Hope you're doing well.
Yes, sir.
Tell us where we can go to work.
Okay. In the Mill Springs area, we have a staff accountant position. This job does require a bachelor's degree, and the pay on this job depends upon experience. We also have an accounting clerk position in the Forest City area. This job requires an associate's degree and at least 1 year experience in accounts payable. The pay on that job depends upon experience. In the Saluda area, we have a housekeeping and laundry supervisor position. This job does require a high school diploma and or GED, and the pay on this job is $15 to $17 an hour, depending upon experience. Also in the Saluda area, we have a laundry aide position. This job does require a high school diploma and or GED, and the pay on this job depends upon experience. Over in the Rutherfordton area, we have a residential manager caregiver position. This is doing social work. This job requires a high school diploma and or GED. However, a bachelor's degree and 1 year experience is preferred. The pay on this job depends upon experience. Over in the Columbus area, we have a consolidated human service agency director position. This job does require a bachelor's degree and at least 10 years experience. The pay on this job depends upon experience. Over in the Ellenboro area, we have an electrician's helper position. This job does not require any experience. However, experience is preferred. The pay on this job ranges from $9 an hour up to $12 an hour, depending upon experience. In the Forest City area, we have a material handler position. This job does require a high school diploma and at least 1 year experience. You must be able to pass a drug test and a criminal background. And the pay on this job depends upon experience. We also have an injection molding operator position in the Forest City area. This job also requires a high school diploma and or GED and at least 1 year experience. The pay on this job depends upon experience. And we also have a communications technician position and a lead communications technician position in the Forest City area. Both of these jobs require at least a high school diploma and or GED and either 24 months experience or 36 months experience. And the pay on these jobs depend upon experience. And these are just a few of the jobs that we have available at the Rutherford County NC Works Career Center. We are located at 223 Charlotte Road, Rutherfordton. For more information on these or other positions, you can call us at 828-286-3042, or you can go on our website at www.ncworks.gov.
All right, Terry, thanks so much for that report, and we look forward to talking to you again next Monday.
It's my pleasure.
Have a good week.
Yes, sir.
Terry Thomas telling us where some jobs are to go to work. I'll be back on the phone here in just a few moments with Coach Sam Weish.
This is Greg Lovelace, County Commissioner for District 2. As a rural county, we are slowly emerging from the Great Recession of 2008, but we are making progress. I truly believe better days lie ahead for Rutherford County families. If re-elected, expansion of the job market will continue to be my primary focus. It's been an honor to serve you, the citizens, and I appreciate your consideration on November the 8th.
Paid for by the Rutherford County Republican Executive Committee.
Hi, this is Lauren with the Clinical Services Department at Smith's Drugs of Forest City. Smith's Drugs is able to provide you with the influenza, pneumonia, shingles, hepatitis, meningitis, and tetanus vaccinations, as well as many others. Protect yourself and those around you. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at 245-4591 or come in and see us. We're at Smith's Drugs of Forest City at 139 East Main Street in downtown Forest City.
It's Big Time Revelry at the Renaissance Festival, Saturdays and Sundays now through November 20th, presented by Pepsi.
The Renaissance Festival is crazy, unique, exotic, and smells delicious.
The Carolina Renaissance Festival.
Music,
comedy, feasting. Discount tickets at Harris Teeter stores.
Duffy's Copier Consultants is locally owned and family operated, serving Rutherford and surrounding counties since 1973. With a wide selection of copiers, facsimiles, printers, calculators, shredders, and beautiful office furniture, Duffy's Copier Consultants can be your source for your office needs. Stop by the office and showroom at 614 Oak Street, Forest City, behind Don Ramon's restaurant. Depend on the professional staff to find the best solution to your office equipment needs. For repair work, call on Duffy's Copier Consultants. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 until 5. You get homegrown service at Duffy's Copier Consultants in Forest City. Congratulations again to Ronnie Moss of Sunshine. Ronnie won the cake this morning from Granny B's. And we're being kind to Grace Jones of Spindale on her birthday, 91. Birthday number 91, 39 for the 52nd time. So we salute Grace Jones on her birthday and Ronnie Moss on his birthday. Trying to make contact now with Coach Sam Weish. He was scheduled to be with us, and we'll try again in a few minutes. But you've been hearing, I'm sure, about the Republican Party headquarters in Orange County being vandalized and firebombed overnight. Hillsborough Police said Sunday afternoon. The building at 347 Jamax Drive was hit with graffiti and flammable material in a bottle that was thrown through a window, starting a fire inside, police said. Graffiti that said Nazi Republicans leave town or else was spray painted in black paint on the side of the building next to the Republican headquarters, according to police. That graffiti, which was also at 353 Jamax Drive, included a swastika and was discovered before 9 a.m. by a nearby business owner. The flammable substance appears to have ignited inside the building, burned some furniture, and damaged the building's interior before going out, according to police. The substance was in a bottle thrown through one of the building's front windows. Apparently no one was hurt and no damage estimates were available, but police are working with the ATF to investigate. The North Carolina Republican Party released a statement Sunday afternoon calling the incident a vicious attack and hate crime, and said they would increase security at events and offices. On Sunday night, Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump pointed blame at the Democrats for the attack. Animals representing Hillary Clinton and Dems in North Carolina just firebombed our office in Orange County because we're winning, he wrote on Twitter. Minutes later, Trump indicated that everyone was safe and added in a tweet, "With you all the way, we'll never forget. Now we have to win. Proud of you all." All North Carolina Republican offices were asked to close Sunday night while officials evaluate the situation to determine if there is continued threat throughout, officials said on Sunday night. Party officials released a statement that said, in part, whether you are a Republican, Democrat, or Independent, all Americans should be outraged by this hate-filled and violent attack against our democracy. That's according to Dallas Woodhouse, the executive director of the North Carolina Republican Party. Woodhouse went on to say whether the bomb was meant to kill, destroy property, or intimidate voters, everyone in this country should be free to express their political viewpoints without fear for their own safety. We will be requesting additional security out of Republican Party offices and events between now and Election Day to ensure the safety of our activists, volunteers, and supporters. North Carolina Governor Pat McCrory also released a statement Sunday afternoon in which he vowed to make solving the firebombing a priority of his office. The firebombing of a local political headquarters in Orange County is clearly an attack on our democracy, said McCrory. Violence has no place in our society, but especially in our elections. Fortunately, no one was injured. However, I will use every resource as governor to assist local authorities in this investigation. Up in Marion, North Carolina, one man has been arrested after assaulting another man with a knife, according to Marion Police Department. The incident happened of all places at the Dollar General store on East Court Street about 9:21 a.m. in the morning. Jonathan Derrick Mace has been charged with assault with a deadly weapon inflicting serious injury. They say he has also been charged with resist, obstruct, delay after he tried to flee from officers. Mace is being held at the McDowell County Slammer under a $47,500 secured bond. The victim was taken to Mission Hospital by EMS. He has been treated and released. North Carolina estimates that flooding from Hurricane Matthew has caused $1.5 billion in damage to 100,000 homes, businesses, and government buildings. The estimate released late Saturday is part of a growing picture of the storm's financial impact on the state. John Dorman, an assistant state emergency management director, says computer modeling combined property records, topography, and stream gauges to estimate how many feet of water affected a given building and how much damage the water caused. With floodwaters yet to recede in some communities, he says the number could fluctuate. The figure is one piece of the overall picture of how the storm affected the state. For example, the estimate doesn't include the cost of repairing damaged roads and bridges or the value of belongings inside damaged buildings. So they're still continuing to find damage throughout the state. Matthew just continued to be a problem for us in the state and still continues to be that way. With me on the phone right now is Coach Sam Weish. He was former player and former head coach for the Cincinnati Bengals, perhaps best known for introducing the use of the no-huddles offense as a standard offense. Weisz's greatest achievement as a head coach was leading the Cincinnati Bengals to Super Bowl 23. And Weisz's 64 wins for the Bengals were the most by a coach in a franchise history until October 30th, 2011, when he was surpassed by Marvin Lewis. Weisz also played for the Washington Redskins, Detroit Lions, and St. Louis Cardinals. He also coached at the University of South Carolina and Indiana University and for the San Francisco 49ers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Buffalo Bills. Coach, good morning. Glad to have you on the radio show.
Good morning. I don't know if we had time after all of that introduction.
First of all, let me
I'm sorry. I wasn't by the phone a little bit earlier, but I'm recovered from a heart transplant, and I was doing some exercises and lost track of time. So
I'd heard that you'd had a heart transplant. Are you doing okay?
I'm way ahead of schedule. I'm trying to break records. I go Tuesday tomorrow for a biopsy that will confirm that the heart has not been rejected by my body, but I'm exercising every day. My diet's good, and I'm ready to go.
Hey, fantastic. First of all, let me commend you on a great football history. I know you had a lot of successes, and now you're recuperating from this heart transplant, but congratulations on a great career.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Let me ask you, I know you're pushing and working real hard to help Donald Trump get elected. Why did you get on board with Donald Trump? What was it that compelled you to do that?
Well, number one is I like somebody that is a little bit like me when I was coaching. If the person asked me a question, I answered it the way I believed. And sometimes the answer was a little rough, or the answer wasn't exactly polished like they wanted for the headlines. And I think Donald Trump has been that way. Now, a lot of the things the way he's presented things, I would have said a little bit differently. I will give you that. But the most important thing that this election is about is the Supreme Court justice appointees. And you can eliminate every other thing. You can scratch all the leaks from the emails and all the federal offenses and perjury and all the things that Hillary Clinton has done. And she should be, if we had an honest judicial system and we had a FBI, James Comer, with a little guts that could say no to Obama and say no to Bill Clinton and the others that have put pressure on him, she would probably be. If it was you or me, we'd be in jail.
Absolutely.
If it was you, absolutely would be. So I don't want the Supreme Court justices to be making rulings that will change our life, our way of life here in the United States forever. If we got time, let me tell you one story. I
Sure.
speak to a lot of high schools and middle schools. I spoke to over 120 of them in the last year. And when I go in, without exception, I don't have one exception. The principal, the counselor, one of the teachers, somebody who's in charge, will say to me, "Now we're glad you're here. We're looking forward to it, but you cannot say the word God, and don't say, for goodness sakes, don't say the word Jesus. You cannot say the word Pledge of Allegiance. You can't say the word In God We Trust. But we're glad to have you here. Go right ahead with what you got to tell them." Well, the last bastion of sanity left, and the last hope for our country, is our family, our church, our faith, and I think actually team sports. I'm throwing that in because I'm involved with that, because a team is like a family. It's another family, another learning experience, a positive reinforcement. But we can't say that in the schools anymore already. And if we have Chief Justices that push that even farther to the left, which Hillary Clinton promises to do, and we have open borders, which Hillary Clinton promises to do, rather than have people that have been vetted and want to come here because they want to live our way of life, not bring their way of life and their Sharia into our country, we're going to be in trouble. And we're going to be in trouble for decades, not just the 4 years, because I don't think Hillary Clinton could stick it out for any longer. That's why Donald Trump needs to be president. It's a turning point in our country, and I hope that people are paying attention and not just watching football games and pulling for their favorites, because this is too important a time.
Coach, I'm glad you brought that up, because I think a lot of voters overlook that prospect of who the next appointees are going to be to the Supreme Court. They're looking at somebody wanting to be the first woman president, or those kind of insignificant things. But that those Supreme Court decisions are so vital to the future of our country, and I'm glad you brought that up.
Well, I think it is it. It doesn't matter to me whether the next president is a male or a female. I think the wrong female is Hillary Clinton, probably the worst of all. If you could go throughout the country and pick the worst, the biggest fibber, when she gets off an airplane in the Middle East with her daughter and says there's gunfire all around, and then when they show the film, she's shaking hands in a perfectly docile situation. There's no gunfire at all. She's willing to lie about anything to make herself look better. So the fact that it's a man or woman has nothing to do with it. It is who's going to represent the country the way the majority of the country would like to be represented. And I think we want to keep our Christian faith, and as well as all faiths, not just our Christian faith. We're a nation of many faiths that live together in harmony. But that's not what we're going to get with another Democratic administration. I'm sorry, that's just the way I believe.
Coach Wash, Donald Trump is getting a lot of bad press right now. Do you think that's going to hurt him?
Well, it hurts him because that's all the average citizen hears. They watch the major networks, probably most of them. If they watch Fox News, they get a balanced look at what's going on in the world. But I was watching last week when they showed the percentage of time that was spent on Donald Trump and any faux that he might have said or something that they could twist and spin into another comment of putting him down, and how much time they spent on Hillary Clinton, who is being exposed as a criminal, period. Let's discuss, she's a felon. And 0 time on one network, 5 seconds I think it was on another network, 9 seconds on another network, and 20 minutes on Donald Trump, 25 minutes on Donald Trump, 23 minutes on Donald Trump. So yeah, they've been programmed. It's all, I hear Mr. Trump say it's a fix. It sure looks like one, but when he says it, of course, the Democrats roll their eyes back and say, "Oh, this is playing right into our hands. Now we can say that he is exaggerating again." Well, I don't think it's an exaggeration there.
Coach, we're running out of time, but I do appreciate so very much you spending some time with us this morning, and continue to recoup and get healthy and stay out there on the trail.
I appreciate it. Call me back anytime. I enjoyed talking to you. I live in a little town of Pickens here, and we are just waiting for the next buffet line to open up here. What y'all are doing?
We'll see you later. Thanks, Sam.
All right, bye-bye.
That's Coach Sam Weiss with the singing the praises of Donald Trump, and he's happy to do that. He talks very strongly and very open, and we appreciate him spending some time with us, although he is recouping from a heart transplant. Continue to lift him up in your prayers this morning as well. 25 now past 8 o'clock. We'll have that sheriff's report coming up in just a moment. Rutherford Regional Health System has announced the addition of 3 physicians to its medical staff. Miles Arteman, MD, is now providing inpatient psychiatric services at Rutherford Regional Medical Center. A.J. Grine, MD, is a pediatrician with Rutherford Children's Care, and Thomas Bowling, MD, has joined Rutherford Surgical Associates. All have begun work and are seeing patients. Appointments with Dr. Grine can be made through Rutherford Children's Care at 828-287-9325, and appointments with Dr. Bowling can be made by calling Rutherford Surgical Associates at 828-286-1743. Both also see patients at Polk Medical Specialist, Rutherford Regional Health System office in Columbus, located at 45 East Mill Street. Here now is Corporal Adkins with a report from the Sheriff's Department.
Past 48 hours, Sheriff's Office answered 209 calls, had 19 arrests, currently have 202 in the county jail. On the arrest reports, they have Adam McGinnis, arrested for possession of methamphetamine, currently under a $20,000 secure bond. Kelly Sanders was arrested for injury to real property, currently under a $1,500 unsecured bond. Ronald Dale Connor was arrested for felony larceny, possession of stolen goods, and driving while license revoked, currently under an $11,000 secure bond. Tiffany Sayer was arrested for maintaining place for controlled substance, manufacturing Schedule 4, possession with intent to manufacture, sell, and deliver, Schedule 4. It's currently under a $50,000 unsecured bond. Timothy Ives was arrested for breaking into a motor vehicle, larceny after, and larceny of a motor vehicle. Ellis Rodriguez was arrested for failure to appear on a misdemeanor, currently under $800 secure bond. Daniel La Paza was arrested for failure to appear on a misdemeanor, currently under $100 secure bond. And a Lee Watson was arrested for misdemeanor larceny, and looks like there's no bond listed on that one. On the incident reports, a Desi Bush reported a larceny of a tag. Lori Vickers reported a breaker and enter felony and a felony larceny. Looks like that was Ledford Road in Ellenborough. And the American Legion Post on Baltimore Road reported a damaged property. Looks like somebody knocked off their mailbox. And that's all I got for you this morning, Jim.
Corporal Atkins, we do appreciate the...
Do you need some extra money in your pocket? Try Insurance Service Associates, your local independent agent. We can shop your auto and home insurance with several companies to get you better coverage and the best rate. Insurance Service Associates at 127 East Trade Street in Forest City for auto, home, or commercial insurance. More choices, better coverage, best rate. That's Insurance Service Associates, 245-5301.
A big rally in the Superdome for the Panthers on Sunday would fall just short as the Saints would win 41-38 over Carolina. I'm Jim Zoki with a Panthers update after this.
Geico brings you endorsements from the backup to the backup punter.
I'm the backup punter to the backup punter. The only time I'm on the field is when I'm headed to the locker room. Do I get high fives? Nope. Sign autographs? Nuh-uh. My jersey? It's never been washed. I'm just a kicker kicking it on the sidelines. But I did score on my car insurance by switching to Geico. They saved me money faster than Coach could say, Jenkins, you're in. Even though Coach would never say that.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
On Sunday, the Panthers dropped their fourth game in a row. This one 41-38 at New Orleans, despite a big comeback as New Orleans jumped out to a 21-0 lead by the second quarter. Drew Brees in this game threw for 465 yards with 4 touchdowns. Brandon Cook, 7 catches, 173 yards, including this 87-yard score in the first quarter.
Third down, 5 yards to go. Brees, short drop, climbs up into the pocket, lofts a pass. Cooks caught in stride, perfect strike 50. Down the far sideline, 40, 30, 20. It is a touchdown.
Cam Newton, his first game back from concussion, threw for 312 yards, had 2 touchdown passes, and a touchdown run. That one tied the game at 38 all with 2:58 to play. But the Saints will get the ball back one more time. A final drive capped here by Will Lutz's 52-yard field goal with 11 seconds to play.
From the left hash mark with 16 seconds remaining. Morstead, the holder. Snap. Spot. Kick is a low driving kick. And he made it.
Wow. With that loss, the Panthers now fall to 1-5 on the season with the bye week coming up next, while New Orleans improves their record to 2-3. I'm Jim Zoki on the Carolina Panthers Radio Network.
Have you heard the 3 big lies about Medicaid eligibility? First, if you need a nursing home, Medicaid will take your house. Not true. Second, if you transfer assets, you have to wait 60 months to qualify. That's not true. Third, if you're already in a nursing home, it's too late to protect your assets. That's not true. Please call attorneys Geraldine Willis, Kent Baldwin, or Martin Gerard at the Arledge Law Firm for a free consultation and learn the truth about Medicaid and eligibility for nursing home care in North Carolina. It's more likely than you think that you may qualify and not lose everything you own. Call the Arledge Law Firm today at 287-3338. They're located on East Core Street in Rutherfordton.
We may start the day with some fog or low clouds in spots early on. Otherwise, we'll have lots of sunshine to kick off the week with a few fair weather clouds here and there. It'll be unseasonably warm with a southwesterly breeze. Our highs reaching about 78 to 83. Looks mainly clear tonight and mild. There's a small chance of some fog late with lows in the upper 50s to low 60s. Tuesday should be sunny, a little bit warmer and a bit humid. Highs tomorrow 81 to 86. I'm meteorologist Mike Moss in the Weather Center.
Well, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. 56 degrees right now. We started out at 56, still at 56, but it's going to be climbing to almost like summer-like weather, 82 for a high today, with a wind gust to about 13 miles per hour, dropping back to about where we are right now for the overnight low. Southwest winds about 5 miles per hour. Now, we're going to be climbing up to about 84 by Wednesday, then start dropping back again. And the weekend with the possibility of some light scattered showers on Thursday night. 30% chance of that happening, 40% chance of rain on Friday. That's scattered showers also, and then the 20% chance on Saturday. So not a whole lot of rain that we need so badly to come our way, but we may get a little bit of a sprinkling throughout the weekend. It's going to be like summertime, and then it comes back down to fall-like weather. And again, right now, 56 degrees here at WCAB in Rutherfordton. Well, we're continuing our interviews now with the candidates who are seeking election or re-election, and we're talking to the school board members. And Jackie Hampton is in the studio with me right now to talk about her candidacy. Good morning, Ms. Hampton.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing great. Good to see you. Thanks for spending a little time with us today.
Thank you for asking me.
Now, you're the at-large member.
I'm the at-large member.
Okay. Tell our audience a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Jackie Hampton. I have 2 children, 2 girls, and 2 grandsons. I have been in education for 31 years. I've been on the school board for 2 terms now. I am still currently seeking my education. I'm going to Gardner Webb to Divinity School. And so I think that's about all.
For the Divinity School?
I'm going to concentrate pastoral care and counseling.
Okay. What do you like about this job that would compel you to run for re-election?
What I like most is being able to continue to contribute to our children in Rutherford County. A lot of people who know me know I call them my babies. And I think it's important that I was brought up in Rutherford County. I'm from Ellenboro originally. And I know I received a good education, and I want our children to continue to receive a good education.
Some folks may not be aware, some folks are, others may not. What are the duties of a school board member?
Well, the main thing is that we hire our superintendent and that we are, that's who she answers to. But the other things are we have a budget that we develop for the different departments of the school, and we receive most of that money from Raleigh or from the federal. So we have some control, but some control we don't have. They tell us some of the things that these things have to go to.
How has, you said you run several times before, how has this election been different from the others that you've been a part of?
The main thing, I guess, is that this time I've had an opponent, and the others I did not have one. I was able to run for school board at large once the legislature put that position in, and so when they did and it was ready to be put on the ballot, then I registered to do that.
How did you feel about the legislature taking away the privilege of the school board in appointing the trustees to the isothermal board?
Well, I felt that we know the people and that we would be able to put someone there that's going to work with ICC as well as us. And I wasn't really sure why that really came about, but hope, I just felt we did a good job doing it, and I wasn't sure why that came about, and I'm sure that may have been for reasons that I don't know.
What new ideas will you bring to the board this term, if any?
Well, just continue to. I like to stay informed by reading educational magazines, and I get online and look at educational sites. And so anything that I feel that we can suggest to the superintendent that she goes back and takes to the principals, I will do that. I don't know of anything specific that I can tell you right now, but I just am constantly on the alert for things to make Rutherford County students better.
In your mind, what are the biggest challenges facing education in Rutherford County?
The biggest challenge in education in Rutherford County is just, again, I mean, it's an age-old challenge, is our students and our parents working together and knowing what's going on in the school system. So often when I've been to some things, I hear people say, well, they're not doing well in the school system. And I think, no, we're doing a terrific job. I mean, look at our test scores, look at our SAT scores. And that's not the only thing, but listen to our children. When you go into the classroom and listen to our children. So I would say that the biggest challenge is for more people to go into the schools and see what's going on in the classrooms and know that the children are learning, because they are learning a lot, and that's, to me, that's the disconnect. I hear they're not doing so and so and so, and I think, well, have you been in the school lately? And I think they need to go to the schools and yes, to eat lunch with them, that's wonderful, but go in there and sit down in the classrooms in the corner and see what's going on, and then if they have time, go in there and volunteer to help whatever they think is not going right, to help it to become right.
What have you learned about Jackie Hampton, about yourself this year while campaigning?
I have learned that you just have to continue to work hard at doing what's best for Rutherford County schools, to appreciate everyone who brings their talents and their interests to the table, and again, to have a good listening ear, because when you do, you find out some of the things that the public is thinking or their parents are thinking.
What makes you a better school board member than your Republican opponent?
probably the key thing is my years of experience. I think I've only met him a couple of times, and I think he seems to be a wonderful young man. But my experience in education and just being able to, I guess too, being retired, being able to get out there and do things and see things in the school. And that's not to say you can't do it when you work, but it's a little bit harder. And I think the key thing is my love for my babies, and my love for Rutherford County, and my love for Dr. Mason and administration that's doing a wonderful job.
What would you like to see in Rutherford County schools in 4 years from now?
I would like to see us to continue to advance technology. I'd like for us to be able to have a 100% graduation rate. I'd like for us to be able to have students who are prepared for four-year college, but also who are prepared to go to isothermal and other technical colleges and get their certifications. I'd like to see a wonderful workforce come out of Rutherford County. And that way, I believe that we'll be able to draw more people here so that they can have jobs and they can stay in the county. So often, they will go out of the county and don't come back. But we need to, in 4 years from now, like for us to have graduated people who are able to be able to go in whichever direction and be successful.
What are the building needs for our schools in the county?
Well, as you know, that quarter penny tax is on there, and that is for on the ballot, and that is for rebuilding RS Middle, Cliffside, and our bus garage. And all three of those buildings really need to be replaced.
What is your feelings on school choice?
I think in some circumstances you should be able to have school choice, but because as a parent, you want your child to go to a school that you feel is the very best school that they can go to, and I understand that. And I'm a little prejudiced, I admit it, but I think all of our schools are wonderful. But you know, if we ever get to the point where you may have a specific school for science or a specific school for math, then I can see that. But right now, we have wonderful schools. And like everything, we need improvement. I'm not saying that we don't need improvement. We do. There's always things that we're looking for so that we can improve, but we're also doing some great things.
I'm talking with Jackie Hampton. She's the at-large candidate for the Rutherford County School Board running for re-election. And we give you the final word. Anything you want to say to our audience that we haven't talked about already, this is your time to do that.
I just asked you all, remember that our children are our most important assets, and that I will be working hard to make sure that they're doing the very best that they can do through our administration, through our principals, through our teachers. And I just want to thank you all for listening to me this morning, and thank you all. If it is your conscience to vote for me, I want you to vote for me, please, and let you know again that I just love this county, and I love my babies, and I love you. Thank you.
Jackie Hampton, my guest, thanks for your time this morning. We appreciate you being with us. And we'll continue these interviews. Let's see, tomorrow looks like it's going to be the Republican opponent. Philip Morrow will be here tomorrow to talk about his candidacy and why he'd like to take the seat that Jackie Hampton is now holding. We'll talk with him tomorrow morning. I'll be back in just a moment.
Sunday mornings are special here on WCAB. Enjoy programs of encouragement and inspiration each Sunday morning from 7 until 1, right here on Family Friendly Radio, WCAB.
This is Gilbert Carmona, and I'm here to tell you that Gilbert Talks Taxes is back on the air October 29th at 8 a.m. And you better listen because, as we all know, taxation with representation has not been such a good idea either.
Appreciate Jackie Hampton being with us this morning in the Blue Room. We'll continue tomorrow. As I said, her opponent will be here. He's a Republican candidate running for that same seat. And then we'll start on the 19th, which will be Wednesday. We'll start with the county commissioner's race. So far, I have not heard from Mark Ledford, whether or not he's coming up, but Greg Lovelace will be here on the 21st. We skip Thursdays, of course, because that's the day Dr. Bob's in the Blue Room. And then we'll continue. We get up to the other commissioners' races, and then the North Carolina House race and the Senate races, as they have agreed. Those some have and some have not agreed to come. So we don't know how many yet is going to have not heard from some of them just yet. But some of them said some of them have declined, which is okay. That's their privilege to do that. And many have accepted, and then we have not heard from some of them. So those we have not heard from, I don't know why, but maybe we'll hear from them before it's all over with. 14 before 9 o'clock Monday morning, busy morning here in the Blue Room. We're excited about the possibilities of this election coming and going, and I know many of you are as well. It's been a long run for this presidential race. Since 4 years ago, it seemed like somebody's been running, but it's going to be over here pretty soon, November the 8th, and we hope you will make your plans to go vote your conscience on this election. And we'll be there broadcasting the results at the Rutherford County Annex on that night after the polls close. Lou Gillum and I will be there broadcast the results, give you the Rutherford County report, how Rutherford County voted on the local offices. We'll have that for you exclusively. And then, of course, through our network, we'll have the statewide and the national races as well. You get all that comprehensive coverage here on the most information for the Foothills WCAB in Rutherfordton. And we appreciate your being with us during this time. Well, there's an interesting story out of Anderson, South Carolina. A baby was left at a grocery store Wednesday, according to the sheriff's office there in Anderson. They say the baby was found in a shopping cart around 3:20 p.m. in the foyer of Publix on Clemson Boulevard. The baby is 9 weeks old, according to Sheriff John Skipper. They say the baby girl is okay and is now back with the mom. Investigators determined from surveillance video and other sources that the mother did not leave her child intentionally. Deputies say the mom didn't realize she left the small baby until she got home and called them immediately. Mom and baby are from Georgia. Deputies did contact the Department of Social Services during the investigation, but no charges will be filed. She left the baby in the grocery cart and did not know that. Where was that mother's mind, may I ask? I know we all get absent-minded sometime, but come on. You got a baby, and the baby's squirming and sometimes even crying or cooing or whatever the case may be. This baby was 9 weeks old. It's a brand new mother. And she left it in the grocery cart at Publix. Got home, realized the baby wasn't there, and called back to the grocery store immediately. I wonder if she was texting or looking on Facebook or whatever people do at the time. I know my mind gets short sometimes and I forget things, but I just can't imagine forgetting a 9-week-old baby in a grocery cart. Meanwhile, down in Welford, South Carolina, the coroner has identified the teenager shot and killed Tuesday night on James Raymond Court. 15-year-old DeAndre Larice Brannon of Spartanburg was shot by a homeowner while trying to steal a car, according to Sheriff Chuck Wright. The shooting happened shortly after 11 p.m. on Tuesday. The coroner said Brannon died from a single gunshot wound, but says they will continue to perform other tests to confirm the cause of death. A second suspect is believed to have been shot and ran from the scene. The sheriff says he had not shown up at any area hospital. According to Sheriff Wright, the homeowner had a car stolen Monday and believed the person came back for another car. There was a weapon at the scene that did not belong to the homeowner, and it may have belonged to the suspect. So there you go, folks. There you go. 10 minutes before the hour of 9 o'clock Monday morning, of course, Other news being reported by the Daily Courier, it talks about the Rutherford native walking the red carpet. Fred Foster, 84, who was born in Rutherford County in 1931, will be inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame during a ceremony today in Nashville, Tennessee. Or maybe that's already happened. Also, Charlie Daniels and Randy Travis, also from North Carolina, were inducted into that Hall of Fame. Chase Corner Ministry celebrated 37 years. This past weekend was a big to-do down there. An effort to bring back a piece of Rutherford County's Christmas history is underway. A collaboration between the town of Rutherfordton, Rutherford Town Revitalization, Rutherfordton Merchants Association, as well as local businesses, Camp Electric, and Crane Service is working to bring lost tradition of lighting the cedar tree down on the Rutherford County Courthouse lawn back. Remember, years ago, they used to light that tree. It's gotten away, but now they're bringing it back. This was an annual tradition for years around here. Said Rutherfordton Town Manager Doug Barrett. He said it just became so much of a maintenance issue and so costly that we weren't able to keep it up. Between the town and the county, this was something that we were not able to continue on with, but the lights are expected to be switched on in December. This should be a big event. At the town's annual Christmas parade on December 3rd, which will be held in concert with the town of Spindale, the lighting is scheduled to occur at 6:30 p.m. on the courthouse lawn. Barrick said if on the day of the lighting it is dark by 6 p.m., the lighting may be moved to that time. So they are looking for a big Christmas event there on the square in downtown Rutherfordton. Glad to see that happen. Tonight on our sports schedule is Fast Talk at 7 p.m., Panther Talk at 8:05, and we've got this coming Friday night, our game of the week is Bessemer City at Thomas Jefferson, 6:45 countdown to kickoff and 7:30 kickoff. Kings Mountain will be playing at Chase, East at Crest, and East Burke at RS Central. That's Friday night football action here in the Foothouse. UNC versus Virginia, 1 o'clock countdown to kickoff on Saturday with the Tar Heels. And the Panthers, they get a day off. They're not playing. So that's probably a good thing. They probably need to rest up after not having such a good start of the season, but we'll see how all that works out. Got to go Panthers. Got to get them on the winning streak. Congratulations to Ronnie Moss of Sunshine. He won the cake this morning from Granny B's from the drawing, and we're being kind to Grace Jones of Spindale, 91 today, 39 for the 52nd time. So we wish her a happy birthday. Folks, have a wonderful Monday. Back with us tomorrow morning, bright and early at 6 o'clock for the morning wake-up call. Always a pleasure having you on board with us, sipping coffee together and chit-chatting, getting your input. Thanks for being here, folks. Thank you for making WCAB your radio station of choice. AM 590, Northland Cable, Channel 5.
WCAB News. I'm Mike Rayleigh. An investigation is underway into the weekend firebomb